that when Langston Hughes set this story in Iowa, there had to have been a reason. Langston Hughes himself, born in Joplin, Missouri, and I misspoke in a former interview and I said Kansas. It was a mistake and I acknowledge it, but born in Missouri, and I thought, and was challenged to understand why Iowa. And as I thought about it, I thought of four things, and I feel very confident and very comfortable that they were indeed perhaps his selection. One, and importantly, Iowa was a free state, and Missouri was a southern state and a Confederate state. And I think he understood that. And then I had the rediscovery of Iowa when my sister pointed out to me the Douglas House. And I began to understand the Underground Railway and its great historical moment in the history of Iowa. Then the educational system, because there's a line in the film, the widow Jenkins speaks to her granddaughter, who wants to know, are they still colored? And she wants to know why they were in Milton, Iowa. And her mother and the grandmother speaks eloquently of her widowed husband and says, your grandfather hauled ashes. He made his living hauling ashes. He raised his children hauling ashes. He educated his children hauling ashes. He died hauling ashes. And that phrase stuck out to me. Educated. We in Iowa pride ourselves in its record of literacy and its high standards of education, and I hope it's continuing. I haven't lived here in a while. But I heard that, and I thought, Langston honored us. And tonight we honor him. I want to speak just briefly about making the film in Iowa. I cannot speak of making a film in Iowa if you don't mention Wendol Jarvis. He is the film commissioner of Iowa, and his staff are extraordinary. They are the unheralded ambassadors of Iowa. And Wendell and I had talked about making a film here for years, but I wanted it to be the right film. I wanted it to be a film indigenous to this state. I wanted it to issue from the state. I wanted the people of Iowa to make it the movie with us. And that happened. From the art director, Paul Stephenson, a brilliant man who transformed Cambridge, Iowa, to Milton. And there are others, and I don't want to miss anybody, and if I take time, it will take time away from your enjoyment of the film. But people do make movies. And there were, for me, there was the opportunity to find a rich pool of casting and talent, and we found it. And Ben Easter, who plays in this a role of what's his name? Anyway, Willie. Thank you, whoever has helped me on that. And he now will have a career in Hollywood. But he was here, and we read him, and he became Willie in front of us. Today, earlier, Molly Graham was here. She plays the young Jessie at 5, and she traveled from Missouri. But we reached into the community, and Ann Wilkinson, who was the casting director, was just brilliant in bringing the cast and the people together. And her assistant, Melissa Albright, who was also in the film. You're to be lauded. You're to be lauded. I wasn't surprised. I was counting on the Iowa community, and you came through. There also is an important acknowledgement to give to the Chamber of Commerce of Cambridge and to the citizens of Cambridge who literally shut down their town and let us create a Milton. And the great historian I see her now in the audience, and she was daily giving us information, telling us where to go to get help. When we didn't have carpenters, the people of Cambridge got hammers and nails, and they helped. And when we needed painters, they were there. It was an extraordinary experience, and thank you for being here. I see you in the audience, and it's wonderful to say thank you in person. So, and also, the Maytag Company, because in commercial television you can't identify such things as commercial icons, and I thought, this is public television, I'm going to say Maytag, and we're going to get a Maytag. And we got a Maytag, and we got one of the original Maytags that you will see in the movie, and it was brought to us from Newton, and we had a Maytag in the movie. You don't see it, but you'll hear about it. But to all of you, and to those I can't personally thank, I hope this is my way of saying it to you. You will be embraced by my gratitude. And I again want to thank the Partnership of Public Television and to acknowledge the place of public television. This is unsolicited because I believe it having just come into the system, and it's been a wonderful experience. And the best of television is now coming from public television. I think commercial television has abandoned the audience, and the audience is ready for something, I think, as targeted as this kind of programming. And I would say to all of you who are friends of public television here in Iowa that your membership and support, only that makes things like the American Collection possible. And I do thank you for that, and I will introduce the movie and hope that you enjoy it, and we'll see you later.